Salutations, daydreamers, stargazers. If you've clicked on this video, that means, baby, you found my spaceship. I am Josephine, your favorite celestial auntie, quiet as is kept. In honor of the beautiful women of color who've come before us, humbly, I open my vessel. If you are a first-time flyer, please kick your shoes off at the threshold. Drop any luggage, carry-ons, or insecurities you may have brought with you. If you've been here before, you know where everything goes. Don't worry, you take everything with you when you leave. A little bit of housekeeping before we catch this flight. Guys, if you haven't done so, please click the notification bell so you can receive future flight plans, as well as like and comment below how TT is out here whipping this ship. For those of you who have the opportunity to watch the visuals, today I am customizing a shoe for one of my favorite customers. It was her 11th birthday and baby girl wanted something unique. Just to give you a bit of rundown on what you'll be watching, I have primed the shoe in a base coat, applied several top coats of acrylic in the preferred color, pink and purple. Once I got all of the base coats down and the flat colors down, we went in and customized lettering, did any additional detail work. Baby girl also wanted something unique to her, so we also coated a lot of the light spots with glow in the dark so that when baby girl stomp in the yard, you can see her all the time, okay? Finally, you will see me spraying it with a sealant. This is to allow for baby girl to maximize her use in the shoes without scuffing them up too bad. It is canvas. Canvas can get dirty. It is acrylic paint. Though it does well on fabric, we want to maintain the integrity of the shoe. So that's just a bit of the art. I know that was a lot of information. I just want to make sure I provided you guys with a scoop of details so you know what we're doing and what you're looking at. Final announcements before we are up in the stratosphere, y'all. It is Vlogtober, the 9th day to be exact. But one thing y'all gonna know about me is sometimes I have a tendency of showing up. I'm gonna show up fashionably late. Okay, I had to put that extra late on there because I'll be late. For real, late. So it being the 9th day of Vlogtober and my first post, that is right on schedule, y'all. So what we're gonna do, because I do work full time. I do have a almost 7-year-old and a toddler baby and a man at home. So I would love to just drop a video every day, but we might just drop one every now and again during Vlogtober just to catch back up because TT been gone for a minute. Keep that in mind. It is time. We are actually running over for this flight. So let's go ahead and jump into the stratosphere. We are heading to a time of adolescence, a time of friends, camaraderie, a time of increased hormones, a time for betrayal. In today's story, I'll be introducing you to my homegirl who stole my man. Her name for all future story times is Slick, because baby, she is slicker than a can of oil. But not for the reasons you might suspect. You'll also meet my homegirl Sunflower, BFF hands down, so many story times to come. My homegirl Diamond, who at the time we were joined at the hip, but you know how life is, currently we're not close. There's also my homegirl Keisha. Look, Keisha was my residence, okay? My second home, especially during this era. If I wasn't at my house, I was definitely at hers, okay? Hands down, so many memories, so many eras in time. Now, what sparked this memory is a conversation I had with Bay. A couple days ago, we were chopping it up, and he posed a question. Who was the first person to make you realize you had the juice, that you were attractive? Or like the youngins say, that you are Riz God? LOL. Ugh. Kids are so dagnabbit cruel. Side tangent. Why did one of my kids have the audacity to tell me that I was Skibbity, Ohio? Why I look it up and felt disrespected to my core? Never in everdom did I ever think a day would come that I would become Skibbity, Ohio, dubbed by my children. It's wild, y'all. Comment below if you know what Skippity, Ohio means and or if you've been called Skippity, Ohio. Better yet, comment down below some of the new jargon that these kids are using. We got to stay with the trends, y'all. We can't become like those insurance commercials, some Geico commercials where this old man is teaching you how to become old. We're too young and vivacious for that, y'all. So please let's do better. But I digress. Needless to say, the entire conversation made me think of Brick, and he will be our love interest for today's story time. Let's start with meeting Brick, shall we? To set the scene, this is the early 2000s. We're going to call the town I graduated from the Burbs. One thing to note, as a person of color who moved to a predominantly blanched community, you are instantly thrown into a different world. Culture shock is an understatement. I ain't gonna lie, it took some adjustment, but eventually I got settled in and ultimately found my tribe. We were OG blurs, y'all, before being smart was cool, deadass. At this point, I'm a sophomore and just touched down to the main campus. The Burbs is a one high school town, so all the middle school kids from the entire joint are herded into the ninth grade center. Personal opinion, you weren't official until you made it to the main campus. And this place was unreal. It was 2 levels. It looked like a castle. It was the size of an actual college campus. Per normal high school culture, we had A days and B days. By the middle of the first semester, I noticed Brick checking me out. He always seemed to brush past me in the hallway. It was packed, so understandable, right? But I kept it cute, little smile here, a polite hello there. Back in the day, I was a closet freak, y'all. Let me explain. I was shy, but baby, I read same books. So on the outside, I was a sweet girl that hugged everybody and said, hey, and always gave a compliment. But on the interior, ooh, I was a raging ball of hormones, y'all. Fire and desire hit ass. I was also in honors classes. I was an artist. I did debate and dance. I guess you can say I was testing the waters of my creativity. You know, chiseling away at my blank slate, creating the person my teen brain thought I would be. On A days, I see him on my way to computer class. It would be him and a pack of fine specimens. Indeed, he was a football player. And you know how they can give it up sometimes. Anyway, on B days, we shared lunch. I see him in the cafeteria, little eye Google here and there. Once Brick was on my radar, however, I started peeping. He was talking to this girl. We'll call her Pocahontas. She was on the basketball team. Quick basketball sidebar. I tried out for the basketball team in an attempt to gain favor with my absentee father. Let it soak in. Okay. When my efforts failed and things fell apart with this man, I stopped putting in the effort, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't about to keep running all these drills for someone who didn't even care. I grew up. It was a harsh reality, but I accepted it. Also, when I tried to smooth quit, the coach asked if I become the equipment manager. High key, I obliged. It was something to do. I figured I'd go to other campuses, run into a cutie. I was sadly mistaken when I realized that not a lot of people came to the girls' basketball games. It was just me and the parents on both sides of the team, y'all. Maybe some supportive homegirls, maybe a sibling or two, but there was nobody there to check for. No one was coming to those games, y'all. But I digress. So when I see Brick talking to Pocahontas, I fell back. I fell back, y'all. I was cool on him. It wasn't that her and I were best friends, but at the time I wasn't trying to step on her toes either. Now, over the course of the semester, though I was a little stiff, I noticed Britt continued to flirt with your girl. He would compliment me, remembering outfits I wore, mention little things about my hair, how I smell. Then one day during lunch, he hits me with the, "Hey, little mama, your food must be good. I be trying to get your attention and essentially what he was saying. And I'm like, sir, I see you. I see you see me seeing you. But I am shy, my guy. I am not about to come gallivanting over to you and your cohorts. I'm just not gonna do it. Plus, I was taken aback. I didn't even think he was checking for me like that. I ain't gonna hold you. I gave him my math and we started texting immediately. And that quickly evolved to us talking nightly. Okay? Over time, he would ask me if he could take me on a date. Since he was older than me, I couldn't see logistically how that was going to work. My people were not having it. Ultimately, we decided to set a little meet cute. Once we got off that phone, instantly I called all my girls on a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8 way call is what I am saying. Definitely had to get all the girls on the horn because we had to figure some stuff out. Before I could tell you about my friends, I'm going to have to let y'all know about our parents. Shout out to all the kids who had strict parents who had to go through the vetting process with any new friend added to the group. Your mom and them had to meet my mom and them, had to go to each other's place, get vetted out, side eye, who live here. Okay. Math was exchanged so that if ever there was a discretion, each parent was a phone call away, y'all. The vetting process was so serious. It was so serious. But once our parents were cool with each other, had each other's math, I promise you, we was all over creation. When we first started out, especially pre-permit, we went to places like the mall, the movie theater, Walmart. Now, shout out to 24-hour Walmart. Once we were all graduated, that's where we would link up. Because, we were all emotional, we were all intelligent. So we would pull up to the Walmart parking lot, have the deepest conversation about whatever emotional state we were in at the time. We'd go up in that mug until the umpteenth hour, playing hide and go seek in the up and down the aisles. Like Walmart 24-hour was a magical time in a magical place where you can get baby diapers, canned goods, body lotion, and face wash in the same place that you can get a whole outfit and some Knickerbocker shoes, some curb stompers. So, Walmart, beautiful, magical place back in the day. It saved us so much trouble. We still found a way to get in trouble in a whole lot of ways, but this was just a safe space for us to go run our mouths and not be up under our parents because we didn't have our own places yet. So, of course, when I get off the phone with Brig and I call up the troops and we're running down how we're going to handle everything, we're going through all the spots that we could possibly meet up. And we land on the skating rink, y'all. The skating rink in its entirety, nothing special. Okay. If anything, it stank. Smell like feet, smell like popcorn, smell like body odor, but it also smelled like freedom, y'all. This was a place we would go to kick it without any issues. The reason why our parents really weren't tripping about us going to the skating rink, just dropping us off, because the skating rink was like its own island as far as where everything was around it. It was in a duck off behind a plaza, but to get to the plaza, you had to walk a little bit. It was on a major highway, really wasn't no sidewalks to my memory. We were excited to hang out wherever we could for the amount of time that we could hang out. So I digress. Back in the day, I used to inline skate, but it is a completely different vibe from your 2x2. Now, a professional skater could probably get down on both sets. Me, however, could barely get down on half a skate. Quiet as it's kept, Around this time in my life, I was starved for attention. I was starved for the action. I wanted to be in the tea. I had spent so much of my life at that point just locked away in confinement. Long story, y'all. High key, had a very interesting upbringing, but I digress. Because of this, TT did not understand moderation. Everything I did was in excess. If I was going to be with my friends, I wanted to be with my friends, you know? If I was going to be if I was going to be that girl that went and gave compliments, I'm going to give compliments. Like, I'm pretty sure I got known for being that chick that was always hugging somebody. Well, I don't know, because I just found out not too long ago about apparently a scandal that I and Diamond ultimately ended up in. But that's a story for a whole nother day, because we not even there yet. Right now, we're building up. We're building up to the things that really popped off later on the timeline. But right now, we're just establishing character. Once we've established what the plan was going to be, that following week was nothing but giggles and projections of how the weekend was going to go. This was still during the era of note writing, y'all. And let me tell you something, TT was top tier when it came to sending somebody a note. Because not only am I artistic, so you were going to get a comic, you're going to get a storyline, you're going to get a vibe. I'm going to set it up for you, something vicious. Not only are you getting that, but when it's time to fold that paper down, when it's time for you to receive the note in hand, it's going to look like a diamond with the square in the middle. It's going to be a heart. It's going to be a really dope circle. It's going to be something you got to unfold 4, 5, 6 times. That is an art that I miss, and I hope and pray it makes a comeback somehow. Because kids these days, all they really know is texting, and their penmanship is but I digress. So everything leading up to the actual link up is butter. For my old heads, once again, leave a comment below how you used to write your notes. Personally, mine was fire. I set you up from the beginning. It was to so and so from Josephine, location, math class, song, Chris Brown, yo, mood. I'm excited for the weekend. Type energy. All right. So if you have any stories, drop them down below. Let's talk about it. Can't tell you how we got there. This was years and years and years and years ago, but everybody's parents dropped them off. I had about 30 minutes before Brick told me he was touching down. I took that time, y'all, to practice. Like I said, I'm an inline skater, or was an inline skater. I don't know nothing about no 2x2 action. So I spent that time circling the rink, frantically trying to get the groove. By the time Break pulled up and made it inside, I was confident enough to hit the straights cute, tiptoe around the corners, hit the straights cute, tiptoe around the corners. I had a little 1-2 going for me. All right, so the first 30 minutes or so is cool, right? He get in, I'm trying to be cute, but he walk in on me busting one of these curbs. I'm trying to be extra cute. Mind you, I'm really only cute on the straights, but he pulled in, like walked in on the curb. So I'm trying to tiptoe around the curb. Y'all, I was trying to do it real quick so I could get to the cute part so he could see me being cute. Y'all, I must have crossed my gates, toppled over, rolled, hit the barrier. He was like, "Oh, damn, Shadi, you okay?" And I'm immediately embarrassed because this is the first boy to really show interest in me at the high school. And he's on the football team, and he is a senior, and I didn't clip my own wings. Like, what is going on here? Embarrassed. He's trying to help me up. I can't really get up with him trying to help me. So I'm like, no, just go, go get something to drink, and I'll meet you over there. I had to inch on my hands and knees, y'all, to the edge, to the carpet, get up, pull myself up. And I came over there like nothing happened. Of course, Slick and Diamond are cackling, open mouth cackling, because girl, what's really good? So obviously, we're off to a great start, right? My friends are doing their best to keep the vibe up. My jokes are not landing, y'all. I'm not funny. The issue really is I'm not good. Even to this day, I'm just not good at it. Some people are really good at roasting each other, and it kind of stays there. I feel like I get way too personal. I guess I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Why am I sitting here coming for you like this? I just never got that part of the culture. So while everybody's going tit for tat, joking, talking about each other, da da da, I'm just not good at it. And I block that part of my life out. You hear me? But I digress. So it's time to try again. It's time to get back out there and try again. Mind you, I have found me a cute little spot to post up at in between everyone reconvening at the concession stand. So once everybody was ready to get back out there, I would just tiptoe over to a little corner. It was kind of facing, it was on the opposite side of all the action, but it was facing like the exits. My back was to the wall basically, and I'm facing everyone. That's something my mom always told me. If you out and about, make sure you know where all the exits are and make sure your back is not to the exit. So I didn't post it up kind of on the roundabout on the back end of the ring. So every time that Brig would do his big one, he'll come around, he'll stop at where I was, instead of bending the corner, he would just skate straight to me, say something cute, try and coerce me to come back on the rink. And I'm like, I ain't really trying to do that. I'm finding every reason in the book not to. Long story long, he convinced me to come back on the rink with him. I mean, it didn't take too much convincing, but enough to overtopple my fear. I get out there on the rink, we're skating, I'm getting comfortable again. I end up somehow clipping my dag nabbit wheel again. And I'm thinking, this is it. I'm gonna lose a tooth or something. I'm gonna have a bruise. I'm gonna break a bone. The way that I hit that motherfucker floor. And if I'm not mistaken, he didn't fall, but he almost ate rink. You know what I'm saying? After that, I think the last little bit, the last scoop of confidence I had went out the ring. The last scoop of confidence that your girl had, it dissipated once I hit that floor. All you could hear is Slick and Diamond cackling. My homegirl Sunflower, she see me off in the distance, and I am just like, I beeline down the side of the ring and out the door. Sunflower come out there and I am just embarrassed, like beyond embarrassed. This is my second time falling. Like, what's really good? So I am just beside myself, y'all. I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to come back from this because I'm not cool right now. I'm already not funny when it's time to do our little 1-2s at the concession stand. I had already fell and broke my tailbone once, and now I'm doing it again. The night is not nighting like it needs to, y'all. So after a extensive amount of convincing me to get back into the skating rink, y'all, why I get in there only to find that Brick and Slick are skating together in a couple skate. Now, record scratch. One tiny detail about Slick I didn't mention is she's a male presenting woman who dates women. Let that settle in. Okay, she also is an athlete, so they have a lot in common, and she plays male dominated sports. So just to give you a perspective of what we're dealing with. So they are taking laps, open mouth cackling about whatever shorty they talking about. I couldn't hear them. I was light years away to be able to tell you what they was talking about. I just know they were open mouth cackling about it. I'm devastated, to say the least. If you know anything about skate rink culture, every so often they'll switch it up to where, the DJ will announce that it's just the kids skating, the old people, the fellas, the ladies, and then finally couples skating. And they have a rule, if you're a solo skater, to remove yourself off the floor. This is a time for love. Head ass is what he's saying while I am sitting there petrified, because in my mind, this was the moment that was going to seal the deal for us. This was fate. We were going to do a couple skate, listen to whatever they was playing at the time. Listening to whatever they was playing at the time, and we were gonna get married shortly after this, right? Needless to say, that was not what was happening. So they're doing the labs because it went on for like three songs worth of couple skating. By the end of it, I am just whooped by the circumstances. Okay, y'all. It didn't help that my homegirls were open mouth cackling, confused as to how I let a male presenting woman who dates women commandeer the couple skating. Where was I? All I did was tripped and fell. Why was I tripping? And damn, am I okay? Because I really hit that floor hard. Like, you really did eat that rink. Are you okay? Like, they're asking me all these things, and I hear them and I'm trying to answer, but I'm trying to compute how to get on the rink and for Slick to get off the rink so I can at least do half a lap with this boy. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. I did make a failed attempt. I felt weird. I was trying to get their attention. And a lot of people, for whatever reason on this day, was just crowding the barrier. Like, everyone was around the barrier. I guess everyone was waiting to get in on the action, to get back on the skating rink. Needless to say, the wrap up of the night was too painful for me to recount. I think my memory just completely blocks it out. But I do know we had a awkward moment about 10 minutes before my rents got there. My parents, for those of you who are trying to figure out what I'm talking about, my rents is what I call them. We're off to the side and he's trying to figure out what's going on. Like, how he ended up skating with Slick and all this other stuff. And I'm so shy. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm embarrassed, like da 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 da, beady beady bada boop. And he's like, I knew you couldn't skate when you bust your tail when I first walked in. I could have showed you how to do a little something, something. I could have showed you a little something, something. And in my little freshly teen brain, I'm like, Brick, what you trying to show me? What you trying to show me, Brick? But I digress, y'all. This is how my homegirl Slick, she stole my moment, y'all. Like, that was supposed to be etched in the stars forever or whatever. But if you made it to the end of the video, like, comment, and subscribe below. How TT's out here whipping this ship. Look, y'all, it's taking me a really long time to edit this video. Just a quick side note, y'all. My first video, it was supposed to be out on the 1st. Files got corrupted. Try to repost it. Files got corrupted. So I had to completely re-edit the video, like re-upload everything. Just know it took 14 days. Well, it's the 13th, but it's taken all this time for me to get this first video open, y'all. So, with that being stated, thank you if you had the opportunity to come and kick it with your girl. We are in the process of a descent back into reality, back into the stratosphere. Please make sure you take all your things with you. Thank you again for choosing Royal Josephine for all your celestial fights. Anywho, y'all have a good one. Until next time. Oh, also, baby girl loved the end results. So what we're gonna do is add a little video of me dropping the little shoes off to her. And we out of here, y'all. For our next flight, I do plan on getting it up. I have it prepared for recording. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to record a face-to-face video or if I'm going to do another arts and craftsy type of vibe. It is spooky season, but child, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not feeling festive this year. Men don't feel festivities. I might be able to jump into something for the cuddle season of it all. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you again for kicking it with your TT. Y'all have a good day until our next flight. All right, look, I look a mess right now. It's literally because I have to drop these shoes off and then go home and get ready for a birthday party. So I'm looking like I'm looking right now, but I'm waiting for baby girl to come out so she can see her shoes. Yes, ma'am. I'm so excited for her. Okay, so here are your shoes. They are waterproof and they glow in the dark. And they glow in the dark. Yeah, they glow in the dark. They sure do. So it's got your name on there. Look at that. They glow in the dark. Yes. Oh, it's okay, baby girl.
Thank you so much.